Hi everyone, welcome back to another gameplay of BTD6. So yesterday I did the turn list for Bloons TD5. Today I'm going to show you my final results, my personal rankings of all the top 5 upgrades in Bloons TD6. Now also the heroes are right here added. Now I'm going to show you two different turn lists. One is going to be for normal mode, so for any other game mode other than Chimps, where you can increase your income. And then I'm going to show you what things I'm going to change for Chimps, where instead is the game mode where you cannot get any increased income. So as I did for BTD5, I split the towers in these 6 categories. So from SS tier, the best towers in the game, best upgrades in the game, to the S tier, A tier, B tier, C tier, and then super bad tier. Right, so that's pretty much the things. So let me know, guys, in the comments if you agree with this. I'm gonna just give you a brief commentary, but yeah, there are many different upgrades. So if I had to go through each one of them, it would make a very long video. So that's why I'm gonna just show you the final results here. So into the SS tier, I placed the sub, the bottom path of the sub, the top path of the ninja, the top path of the alchemist, bottom path of the druid, and then Benjamin and Etienne as heroes. So here I've listed the best upgrades or heroes in the game, so that no matter how you use them or in which scenario you use them, they're always gonna perform. They're always gonna be good. Of course, here the sub commander is especially, I'm talking about the 5th upgrade of it, but also all the previous upgrades are pretty good. For the Grandmaster Ninja, the 5th upgrade is very great. It's a little bit more expensive than the sub commander, but you can place the ninja anywhere. Instead, like the sub commander, you can only place it where there is water. Of course, no words about the alchemist, providing buffs and just making all the other towers stronger. Avatar of Wrath, definitely up there in terms of raw damage, and how much with just a single tower, it's a game changer. And then I placed Benjamin and Etienne because of the fact that, Etienne in terms of more of utility and damage, so camo detection, and then his level 10 ability, and the fact that he's going to level up very fast. Instead, Benjamin, because of all the extra cash that he's going to provide, the extra cash from the banks, the virus that's going to make the balloons spawn no children, his level 10 ability. So yeah, that's why I think that Etienne and Benjamin are the SS tier heroes, so the best heroes in the game. Then moving on to the S tier, you can see here I placed a bunch of other upgrades, Tower 5 upgrades, and now I placed many of them here and not, for example, in the SS tier, because I think that they're not as good as these other ones. The versatility, how much how much damage they're gonna do, how much utility they have. It's just these towers are gonna have not that much. So you can see Crossbow Master, Permacharge, Mob Domination. Here I'm talking not much about the 5th upgrade, but about the 4th upgrade, so Mob Press. So that's why I place it in the S tier, because no, it's not much the 5th upgrade, but it's the 4th one. Inferno Ring, very strong. The tag zone, even though has been nerfed a little bit in the last couple of patches, but still pretty good, very cheap as well. And then here you can find all the other upgrades. I'm not going to go through all of them because it's just it might make the video too long. And then here are zeros. I placed Quincy, Obin, Sauda, and Pat on the S tier. So heroes that are very good, but that are not quite as good as Benjamin or Etienne, because of either the range, because of the damage that they do, because of the amount of experience they need to level up, or the overall utility. So that's it. In the A tier here, I've listed all the towers and upgrades that are going to be very commonly used. For example, here you can see the glue gunner, the boomerang, all the bombs, the top path of the sniper, the middle path of the sub. So a lot of upgrades that can be used almost in maybe every single game, but you're gonna use them only for in one scenario. So they're not as great as the S tier upgrades. Instead, that work pretty much on every single scenario. They're always going to perform. Instead, these towers in certain maps or center scenarios are not that great. Maybe I could move the glue gunner here to the S tier because you know, the fact that this lower map class Bloons is just super nice. But yeah, that's the only thing I'm gonna do, because I think even the main mob sniper, even though it's so good in certain maps and to stun map class Bloons and all that stuff, but I think it's not as good as the other S tier upgrades. And yeah, you can see here the list of the towers that, in my opinion, can be classified as A tier. I place also the middle path of the druid here because I think it's an underrated upgrade, and the amount of utility you have with the activate abilities, so the extra cash plus the extra lives, the extra cash at the end, and the vines that are going to do custom damage to the Bloons, it's pretty good. So no, for me, in my personal experience, I would say that it's a pretty good upgrade. And instead here the heroes listed are Gwen, Jones, Brickle, and Adora. So they're pretty good heroes, but are not as good as the S tier heroes. Then moving on to the B tier, you can find here towers that are decent, so that are relatively good in certain scenarios, but that compared to all the other ones, you're gonna always prefer and go with these other ones, with these other towers first before you use these ones. And yeah, you can see here, I know we're talking about upgrades that are more and more worse, you know, compared to the other ones. And then here finally we can see the heroes. I placed Churchill and Ezili because of, you know, Churchill, the fact it's very expensive and it's gonna level up very slow. And then Ezili, because of that, it lacks damage until she levels up a lot. She just lacks damage, so she's not gonna even like damage enough the Bloons. And all her abilities, you know, level 3 is pretty useless. Level 7 is gonna consume lives, so unless you have a way to regenerate lives, you will not be able to really use it a lot of times. And yeah, only her level 10, it's pretty good. So but yeah, that's why I've listed these two heroes in B tier. And then here, last two tiers, the worst upgrades in my opinion are middle path of the sniper, top path of the Darkling Gunner, and then top path of the engineer. These upgrades easily underperform, and you're actually never going to use these upgrades unless you are pretty much forced to, because all the other towers previously listed are just so much better. So yeah, that's why they go right here. And then on the super bad last rank, it goes the 5th upgrade in the top path of the Ice Tower. This is the worst upgrade in the game, in my opinion. It has very low usages, very small range, and you're never gonna use this. And even if you're forced to, like if you're forced to use only the Ice Tower, you may just get the 4th upgrade to be able to like remove camo, and then you may go with the other upgrades for the Ice Tower, because this 5th upgrade is just so underwhelming that you know, doesn't really can compare to any other tower. So that's why it goes to the super bad tier. And that's it. So this is my personal approach, my personal opinion about the game. I know that you know, each one of us has a different taste, and we might prefer using one tower over another one because of our own personal taste. That's why, for example, I placed Prince of Darkness in the S tier because I personally like it, but maybe some of you may place it like on the A tier or somewhere else. But yeah, so let me know if you guys agree or not with this, or what will you change. And now, what happens if we're not talking about normal, but we're talking about Chimps? So in this case, there is no income. Well, the only thing that changes are the towers that somehow are gonna be the ones that are gonna generate cash. So these towers become bad. For example, Benjamin. Benjamin moves from being an SS hero to a C-Tar hero. It's not super bad because you can still use his level 7, the virus, or his level 10 to help you out. But he's a pretty bad hero because you're gonna end up losing cash if you use him on Chimps. Then another tower, well, all the farms are gonna be bad. on Chimps because they're not going to give you any cash at all. So here, for example, the bank is going to move to super bad. Here, the Banana Central to super bad, and also where is the last one here? The bottom path also to super bad. All the farms become super bad in Chimps. They're gonna like not give you anything back. Then moving on from the top to the bottom, you can see that also here the discount village. So Monkey Town and Monkey City Village are not gonna give you any extra cash, but still the fact that you can discount all the other previous towers make this village not lose any towers. I think this village in Chimps is still, you know, in A tier because of the discount. It's still pretty good. So I would say that despite the fact that you cannot use Monkey Town and Monkey City, but still this village is equally good. And then let's see, another tower that generates cash is this one right here. So the middle path of the druid moves down to the C tier, most likely. It's not super bad because still you have the vines that, you know, can give you that extra damage, but overall it's just very bad to use in Chimps. And then let's see what other towers are gonna generate cash somehow. Oh yeah, the sniper here. The sniper moves from C tiers to super bad tier because it's like if you don't even have the ability that gives you cash, then this upgrade is completely bad. Monkey Lord as well, that gives you extra cash when you destroy map class Bloons, gets downgraded to from B tier, I would say, to C tier. And then also the bottom path of the Buccaneer as well, the Trade Empire, moves to super bad because it's not gonna give you the extra cash. And it has I mean, it could maybe be a C tier because you still can use it to reduce the cost. Oh no, wait, you cannot even sell towers in Chimps. So yeah, the Buccaneer here, the Trade Empire, goes into the super bad tier. Because of the fact that you cannot even use the passive that is gonna provide you with more cash when you sell towers, right? So, yeah, super bad, and I think that's pretty much it. Because of the fact that all the other towers are not gonna give you any extra cash. Oh yeah, actually, Obin moves from S tier to, let's say, yeah, let's say A tier. So it moves down one rank. Because like World Trees especially is not going to give you any extra cash, and so it's going to be less effective. You know, you're going to get less cash when World Trees pop. But I think all the other towers are going to stay pretty much the same in Chimps, because like their own power stays the same no matter if it's a normal game or if it's Chimps. Of course, in Chimps, the fact that you're going to have an income limited means that many towers are very expensive, like the 5th upgrade of the bottom path of the Ace will not be affordable, but still that doesn't mean that this tower becomes bad. You know, you can still use the 3rd upgrade, you can still use the 4th upgrade. So so yeah, I would say that overall the tower list may change like this if we're considering Chimps. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So that's my personal opinion about BTD6, you know, the towers, ranking them from best to worst in both normal and Chimps. I hope you guys enjoyed, and see ya. Bye bye.